Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed.
Don't tell me you can't. I want nothing but lilies on the chuppah. The theme is Yentl chic.
Don't forget the candles.
You think this is the first wedding I ever planned? Jesus Christ, you're worse than me. We want candles, 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 and I don't want short, stubby little broken off dick candles. I want long tapers. All right, call me right back.
Ta-da. It's okay.
Okay, you're Audrey Hepburn.
I will be reading from Prairie Tale, a memoir by Melissa Gilbert. It was a beautiful day late in the summer of 1981. I turned up La Cienega Boulevard, one of the city's main north-south arteries.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at Space at Westbury.
Yes, Cognac.
Yes, darling, and I am here with this fabulous, he's a stage actor,
Yes,
he's a stand-up comedian,
yes.
but we all...
do it all.
You do it all, but we all know you best from the adorable, sarcastic character of Anthony
In Sex and the City.
in Sex and the City. My favorite.
Glad you love it.
Yes, I do. I love that show, and I loved you in it. But you've had so many accomplishments throughout your career. Let me just read some of these
All right,
accomplishments.
okay.
You're an accomplished stage actor.
Yes.
And you appeared on Broadway in the role of Buzz.
Yes, I replaced Nathan Lane in that role.
Yes.
In Terrence McNally's Love, Valor, Compassion.
Award-winning drama comedy.
Did won the Tony Award.
Won the Tony Award. You are also a Broadway actor as
I've
well.
done 5 Broadway shows. That was my first one.
That was your first
And it
show.
was all downhill from there. I'm kidding. No, it was because it was such a great role, and I was young, and oh my God.
And you also was in the Stefano and Shakespeare
I
and
did.
Tempest at the Public
I
Theater.
did with Patrick Stewart. We
Oh
did
my
the whole
God.
play in a pit of sand. I was wiping sand out of the crack of my ass every night.
You know, you've had so many accomplishments and you've done so many things in the theater, on Broadway,
Yeah.
on television, and in film. But what made you start in showbiz? What was there something that happened in your childhood that wanted you to become
Yes.
an actor?
I needed attention. I needed to be loved. I needed to make people laugh. Because, you know, when you're trying to make your mother laugh your whole life, and she rarely does, you kind of continue that on that path. And
On
that's,
that
yeah,
path.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started for you from when you were a little kid.
Yeah, I used to perform when I was a little kid. I was always doing school theater and, you know, high school plays and even like young. But the first time I was ever on stage, was...
Tell my audience about that. Tell my audience about your first time you were on
I'll
stage.
tell you, I was in kindergarten, and we were on stage. I'll never forget it. And we were singing America the Beautiful. I believe it was that. And I started to cry, and they had to take me off stage. I was terrified, and I came home. My mother was like, "Why did you cry?" I was like, "Because I was on stage with a bunch of untalented, illiterate children. That's why." No, that's not why. But I don't know why. It was really weird. That was the first time. And then after that, you couldn't get me off the stage. So
Oh, that's hysterical.
I cried.
Do you still get stage fright when
Yes,
you're
I'm terrified.
Are you really that
Yeah, I have to do
nervous?
the show
I'm amazed that you're doing it right now.
I'm amazed that I am too.
But you must love me.
I do. I adore you with your white hair. I do. I want to wear that later. I'm terrified. I'm always terrified.
Tell me, darling, Mario, tell me. Do you have a specific role that you've done in the past that you really love the most, that it just stands out in your mind and you have fond memories of playing this particular character?
Well, it would have to be probably I think, weirdly enough, it was a play called The Violet Hour. It was my third Broadway show. It was a play by Richard Greenberg. It was a role that was written for me. It was a beautiful play. It was a terrible production, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Didn't get great reviews, but
you love
there was
the character.
something about the character that when I let it go, it was very traumatic. And it was a tough experience because the reviews weren't good, and it was, you know, one of our leading ladies was drunk on stage. They had to drag her off in the middle of the first act. I mean, it was like, it was pretty intense.
But it's not Anthony.
No.
From
no,
Sex and the
well,
City.
But Anthony, I feel like goes on. You know, if they do a third movie, which they're talking about, I hope they do. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. But that, you know, Anthony goes on. So to me, I don't feel like I've let that go yet. This was a play that I did for like
I see what you're saying.
And when I let it go, it was very emotionally difficult
Wow.
for some weird reason.
Interesting play. Unfortunately, didn't do well.
No, but you're terrible.
But you love that. Maybe someday you can redo it and
Yeah,
a
when
much
I'm-
better production.
Yeah, when I'm on a walker.
Oh, no.
Yes, let's do it that way, on a walker.
Tell my audience about this production this afternoon, this evening.
This is my new one-man show that I hope to get to Broadway very soon.
So you're trying it out here.
I've been touring around a little bit around the country, and, you know, this is...
I know you were talking about it on Wendy Williams. I
Yes,
watched that
yes.
show on Wendy
I love
Williams.
doing Wendy
I
Williams.
interviewed Wendy. She's lovely.
She's lovely. She's a lot of fun. She's the Mae West of daytime television. I tell her that all the time.
That's exactly. What am I?
So, well, Mae West was tall and big and buxom.
Well, I get big and buxom.
You're more like Goldie Hawn.
Really?
Yeah, you have a little Goldie
Oh, I
Hawn
like
thing.
that.
Yeah, I like that too. And I'm your daughter.
So you're trying your little
Yeah,
one-man.
my-
You're
my-
trying your
my-
one-man
my
show
new one-
here.
I love that you called it my little one-man
Your
show.
little one-man
my
show.
little one-man show with the four-piece band. Hopefully, when it goes to Broadway, the band will be bigger.
And more exciting.
And more, well, this band is really good, but when you have some brass, it'll be nice to add some brass to it, because it's going to be a bit of a swing show. It's called Mario Cantone Swings Both Ways.
I love it.
Don't you like that title?
I love it.
I'm bad with titles, but that was a good one.
I love it, and I love you.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I love you, and I want you to tell my audience where we could go to find out more information about Mario Cantone.
Well,
Do you have a website?
I
Can we
do.
follow
Yeah,
you?
it's mariocantone.com, and I'm at Twitter. I'm at MACANTONE, at Ma Cantone. I'm verified. There's a check next to it, you'll see. And Facebook, too. I'm on Facebook, under my name. That's,
You're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Bye,
Give me
Goldie.
a kiss.
Bye.
And we'll be
Goldie
back.
Cognac.
We'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses.
I love pink champagne.
Oh, let's get some. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and I'm here with the Executive Director, Mr. Bruce Michael. Bruce, it's such a pleasure to see you again. How many years has it been? A couple of years since the
It's been about 3 years since the Astaire Awards. I'm still very involved with the Astaire Awards on their committee, and on their nominations committee.
It's such a beautiful event. It really, really is. And I had such a wonderful time at that event, interviewing you and Ava.
Right.
And I just had a great time. But now we're here at the Space at Westbury. Tell my audience a little bit more about the Space at Westbury and how you got involved.
Okay, well, the Space at Westbury is the former Westbury Movie Theater. So on this site was a movie house which had closed down in the late 90s. The current owner of the building, Cyrus Hykakian, found the property, was originally going to turn it into a retail and apartment complex, and decided at the very last minute, after touring the theater again and going through with the flashlight, that it was an incredible space. And he decided to rebuild the entire building to accommodate concerts as well as special events. So we do a lot of private parties here. We have everything in here from bar and bat mitzvahs, sweet 16 parties. We had boxing here last week. We had a car unveiling for Porsche this past Thursday. So the space is quite amazing. And it says what it's supposed to do as a concert hall and an event center.
But why you? Why did you want to become involved with this
Well,
whole...
when I met Cyrus and I saw his passion and his excitement and his vision, it's not every day you meet somebody that has an amazing vision to turn a building into what this has become. And we met and we just started collaborating. Starting in May of 2012, in October of 2013, we finally opened. I was here, I was present during the whole construction process, and it's been very, very exciting. I've loved it.
I love hearing stories like that because I'm from Long Island and I live in Long Island, and you know, when I hear about a building that's just about to close down and something else being built in its place and somebody comes along and saves it, I just love that. I love history and I love preserving the old world talent. I miss that so much.
You know, I had two dreams in my life, and one I had accomplished already. From the time I was a child, I wanted to be the producer for the Radio City Music Hall, and I got that opportunity in 1989. I was the vice president, creative producer for the Radio City Rockettes for 15 years.
I remember you telling me that.
My other dream was to work with a theater that needed to be rehabilitated and bring it back to life, and I never knew when that dream was ever going to be realized.
Are you psychic?
I think I have that kind of thing going on where I have a good intuition and a good feeling about, you know, putting it out there and it comes back. And then I met Cyrus, and that was an extraordinary opportunity to take this old movie theater and make it come alive again as the space at Westbury.
Well, it's fabulous, and I thank you so much for inviting me here to interview Mario Cantone. This is a beautiful place. I want you to tell my audience where it's located.
I certainly will. The space at Westbury is at 250 Post Avenue in the heart of Westbury Village. We're a 5-minute walk from the Long Island Railroad. We have plenty of parking, over 1,000 spaces in town, and it's a beautiful facility. We have 6 bars on site, so you can enjoy it, have a nice refreshment before, during, and after the concert.
Wow, maybe I should have a martini, huh?
Yes, maybe you should. And then we have a lounge in the front, too, which is also gorgeous. And on Thursday nights, you can just walk right in and hear music every Thursday in our lounge at the space.
Sounds very glamorous.
Well, that's what we like. We like to bring glamour to Long Island. And I love Long Island.
I love Long Island, and that's why I work for the LongIslandExchange.com. And I want you to tell my audience where we could go to find out more information. What is the website?
The website is thespace@westbury.com. And that second at is AT. So it's thespace@westbury.com. We have all the information you need on the website. All of our upcoming attractions are listed. Our attractions keep growing all the time. We keep adding new things. Almost every week we make announcements for at least 2 to 3 more attractions.
And you're also on Facebook too, right?
Oh, yes. The Space at Westbury on Facebook and at Space at Westbury on Twitter. And we're on Instagram also.
You're gorgeous. Give me a kiss. And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews. Keep watching. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.